Hello, this is Eli Martin or Eli Martin 15 or Bluesydiamond if you're new. And joining me today is a new guest, Romaldo, I believe is how you say it. They're going to ask me a few questions today. So, Romaldo, what is your first question?
My first question for you is whenever you're recording, what really gets you into that mindset? You know what I mean? Whenever you're what really inspires you to keep doing this every day?
Well, what really gets me in the mindset or the mood really is more of a goal. I enjoy creating music and stuff like that. The fact that the thought of like, would I do this constantly forever? I mean, it's a weird thought. It's like, I don't know. I enjoy making music. I enjoy writing and stuff like that. So it's an interesting thought, of what makes me do it. I don't know why Picasso painted or, a paint. Like, I don't know why a painter paints. I don't know why I do what I do. But I enjoy it. I like that people enjoy it too. So it makes me very happy. The thought of doing it constantly, obviously I don't record every day, but I have a lot of unfinished songs that I've recorded. I mean, really, I love the recording, singing part. It's just the instrumentals and the beats and stuff that I really struggle with. Sometimes, because like a good day, I'll work a lot on it, and like a bad day, I'm just very lazy. But as I was saying, like on a bad day, I just don't even want to deal with it, or I don't even think about it really. I just save it till like I'm inspired, and I feel like I just want to work on something, because I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of songs and stuff. So if I don't start working on one, it's just gonna pile up, and I'll have like a whole sheet filled with paper, like a whole paper sheet filled with just songs. So it's crazy. So I just try to work as fast as I can.
For my second question, I have to ask what type of music did you actually grow up listening to actually get you into wanting to start producing?
Well, that's a funny question. I grew up listening to like rock. My dad and stuff was big into like rock and metal and rap, which is funny. It's like looking back at you'd never guess that like I would be into like 80s and stuff. So it's kind of funny. But like I grew up listening to like Linkin Park, Insane Clown Posse, stuff like that. Just bands that my dad listened to and artists and stuff like that. I remember though during my like childhood, I guess you could say that I started listening to like 80s stuff by myself, like Tears for Fears, just 80s music. I got something about 80s music just really caught my like attention and stuff, you know, like I don't know what it is, just something about synths and stuff like that. Yeah, though, I just grew up listening to, like, a lot of '80s music and stuff like that when I was able to listen to my own music and not, like, my dad's or anything like that or my mother's. So, I mean, I got into, like, '80s stuff a lot. Just different things. I like '80s culture and fashion and all that stuff, really. I think, like, because there's stuff, like, on volume 2 of, like, my album EP that has a lot of punk influence in it. And now my moderner stuff, the newer stuff like Glue, has a more of a softer like pop sound to it. So I really just, it just depends on what I'm listening to at the moment that gives me that kind of vibe, you know? But I like just experimenting. I like just doing different stuff and that kind of thing. So, just different groups though. A lot of 80s bands I'm into, like Michael Jackson and stuff like that really got me into it. During my teen years though, during my teen years, I got big into the emo rapper Little Peep, as it's called. So I got into that. I love all his songs, and I still listen to him occasionally. He's like an emo kind of rapper. Um, he really helped me. Like, I remember listening to his music, and that was what really got me into working on my own music, actually. And over the couple of years I've been working on it. I believe I started working on music in like 2018, But I released my first song in 2019, and it wasn't even like a vocal kind of song. It was like a beat that I made. December 29th, 2019 was my first post on YouTube that I remember, you know. Before then, I I'd worked on like gaming videos and stuff like that, but I'd say 2019 at the end of it, early 2020, I started getting into music really. And I just didn't like working on just beats, I felt like I had something to say. I wanted to be like the artist that I grew up listening to. There's a lot of cool stuff that can be done vocally. So I started working on vocals and that kind of thing. My first vocal project actually was in 2021. I believe in March, late March, early April, I started working on volume 2, which features vocals. I remember I had redone center blocks a couple of times, which is my first like song. I remember I'd redone a couple of songs a couple of times because I didn't like the takes I used. But songs like Let Me Go and those kind of songs, those were first takes, really. I liked how I did it. I liked the way I sounded in it, But stuff like the vacant park, I re-recorded, really. It wasn't like a album I made of songs together. It was kind of like just a collection of songs that I had. I don't know why I made an EP first and then started doing singles, but that's just how I did it. So, here we are now.
So you really wanted to make your voice be heard, just like all the other people that you were inspired by as well, right? Did you also ever try taking choir classes before going into music production for like a little bit more help?
Oh yeah, totally. That's the whole reason. I just wanted to be heard. I had a lot of things to say really, and I still do. I like poetry and stuff. I remember I grew up listening to poetry, um, stuff like Cat in the Hat. Fun stuff like that. I was always into rhyming like that. So I try to write all my songs like poetry. They're all very fun. They're all multi-layered. You know, songs like a lot of a volume 2 really reflected my mental health at the time. Songs like Center Blocks, Let Go, they all described feelings I had at the time, such as center blocks on my chest. I felt, things were heavy feeling, you know. Songs like Let Go, I felt trapped. So, I mean, it was just different experiences. It's funny, I've never done choir or even singing lessons. I don't even sing in the shower, actually. I just wanted to sing. And I feel like I do okay. I'm not like just this perfect. I'm not like Adele or any of those big singers. I'm not like The Weeknd or anything, but like I feel like I do fine. I'm into improving, so I work a lot. So I try to really do the best that I can with what I have. You know, I feel like I do pretty well sometimes. It depends on the style, cause like songs like Diamond Dies, I kind of go for like a nursery rhyme kind of vibe, and with songs like Center Blocks and A Dream Will End, it's kind of like a different vibe. It's me of more of singing it. You know, so I just do different styles and just try different things. Really, I feel like experimentation is very great for music. You don't ever want to get comfortable. Like recently, I got in a rut where I would just use the same kind of drums on every song, and I'm glad I got out of it because it was kind of lame because it was just the same kind of drums, you know. So I stopped experimenting. I stopped taking risks and stuff.
I've been wanting to like try some new chemistry, is what you're basically saying. And I get that of how like other people want to try new things to make it like sound more, basically making more of a creative, with more creativity, basically. And I've actually experienced trying to actually want to make rap music myself at some point. I mean, I nowadays just also come up with lyrics, and yeah, I've also been wanting to hear other people's lyrics, even if they're like already big, but also like other people's poetry. If you wanted to like just start doing this.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I just get really like I'm kind of like I get bored very easily. So like if someone was like, I gotta remake the same song over and over and over, I'd get really bored of it and I'd get very tired. I just get very like I don't know. I'm just always trying to experiment and improve and just make new stuff and like that. I don't know. I just get bored easily. I guess.
When going over your songs, do you tend to try to look at rhyme schemes, or do you plan to like just say it out loud after thinking it out in your head? Is That's what I'm also wondering.
Yeah, what's weird about me is I never was like, oh, I'm gonna make rap music like Lil Peep. I wanted to make music like, I wanted to be an artist like Lil Peep, but I never wanted to like copy him or imitate him. I wanted to be like my own artist. I liked what he did as far as beats and instrumentals and stuff. His emo rap approach to songs with violins and stuff was very unique. I feel like what I do is very unique too, you know? It's very odd to incorporate a violin into like a trap beat, but it's still done and it's still possible. It's very respectable. Oh, what I do? I write them, you know? Um, I use a lot of like Dr. Seuss rhymes. It's kind of very simple. It's not very complex. It's not complex or anything like that. With me, words like bat and cat, you know. Um, some of the songs I've done are a lot looser, such as Center Blocks. I remember the rhymes. The rhymes in Volume 2 aren't that very well. Like, there's a lot of examples. But there's a lot of oh my god, I'm stuttering. I got a lot better at rhyming as I went on than the first volume of vocal stuff. So yeah. I never knew I was gonna be like a singing artist. So I'm kinda like just getting better at it. But I do my best. There's a lot of improvement, I'd say I have. Volume 2, I spent months working on that project, and I don't know if it was for the best or not, because like obviously I lost a lot of time of 2021 working on 6 songs, you know. So obviously don't start out with a EP or anything like that. I say start out with singles for anyone who's want to be an artist. Um, it's fun. I have fun doing it. It's not like a serious kind of thing. I enjoy being able to just create anything that I can think of. Like if I'm like, because I have like a green screen and stuff like that. So if there's like a project and I'm like, ooh, I want to do that, I just do it. There's a lot of freedom. Um, I'd say that there is a kind of pressure to keep up the same quality that I do because I feel like I'm getting better. Maybe I've heard a lot of good things come from glue.
Do you some days ask for other people's advice if like you feel like your material is good or not, just to like improve a little bit on it?
I've heard a lot of good things come out of glue. A lot of people have really enjoyed that project. So I'm just working more. Not like I'm not copying glue, but I'm working. I'm getting better at mixing. I feel like my other songs may have the same potential, but I feel like glue had a good beat and the lyrics are nice. I'm kind of odd. Like do I don't like rhyme on beat. I'll record a vocal and then I'll try to make a beat that I think could go with it. But they're very loosely connected. So sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. To some degree. I mean, personally, I'm not like, I make stuff for me, Like I make songs that I think are good. Cause like the thing is like, me and you, we like different kinds of music. We don't like the same exact thing. So I wouldn't ask what someone thought of my song because they might have a completely different opinion. I might like the way it sounds and they might hear it differently. And stuff like criticism and stuff like that, is very interesting to me. I listen to all of it, really. I'm not like, okay, I'm gonna change this song. I'm like, all right, the next song, maybe I'll do it a little bit better. or I'll sing better on it, or the beat will sound better. But I'm not just like losing sleep over people's opinions over my music, because everybody likes different stuff. I like different stuff. You like different stuff. So that's just how it is, really.
I believe some days like slowing down the beat could actually like possibly make it sound a bit on key, or maybe like turn up the beat to like a little bit of like maybe 1.2 speed. Some days would also help with beats. But yeah, I understand how you were saying it. It's very interesting.
I think a lot of artists do live and die by criticism, because there's people out there who make like objectively bad music, whereas obviously everything's open to interpretation, but like some of their songs aren't very good from my standpoint. So others may have the same opinion, say the mixing is bad or the vocals are bad or something like that. It just depends really. I mean, like we could look at the same painting and we'd have two different thoughts about it. So there's like a lot of, differences like that, you know? It's it's pretty cool though how that is. I love being able to make art, cuz I consider them songs like they're like paintings to me. Sometimes you got good paintings, sometimes you got some okay paintings. It's just different stuff. You just paint a lot, you know?
I feel like everyone can always like have their own opinions, but then again, not everyone's like will have the like same opinion, like whether if it's gonna be good or not. But like the point is that like the time and like well basically all the time it took is really much. I say is what's best of what you can be doing nowadays, and like I feel like that's what people should most appreciate, and how much time and effort yeah you put into like a song or about any project. It's also really good to know that some people like do that nowadays.
So that's really my goal is just to make like 300 songs and maybe 250 you like and there's like 50 that you don't really care for. I think that's anybody's goal really is just to make a lot of songs and make a lot of good songs and make a lot of okay songs and just stuff like that. There's songs that you're not always going to listen to in people's discographies and stuff like that. You're not always going to be bound to listen to the same old stuff, you know? Oh yeah, totally. I put in like a lot of time in all of my songs, but then I work very quickly. So like, there's songs that I don't even remember working on, because I have so many that I'm working on at one moment. Like I don't remember like if somebody asked me, I don't remember working on Dismay for a while. Or just songs like that, I'm just kinda like on to the next. Like I mean obviously you have your favorite songs of an artist, and for me, I just work on a song in like a couple of days and I'm just like on to the next. I don't even think about it really like that. So if someone asked me like what was my experiences recording just any song really of mine, I'd say I don't really remember much of it. How I record is like I'll either record like in a car, like a vehicle, or I'll record in my room or just this or that. So it's a different experience really. Like if someone asked me where I recorded like a song, I don't even know really. I'd be like, oh, maybe it was in my room, and maybe it was like in a car. So I'm like, I don't remember. Because I work so fast. Like I have over like 12 songs that are just vocals right now. I have one unreleased song, Seashells. So and that was actually done by a different artist. That was Rem Led or REM_LED. So he did that for me, and I am very appreciative. So it's stuff like that, really. Like I have songs from like September that I haven't even started working on yet. Vocals like from like October. Like it's crazy how much stuff I get because it's just me, and it just piles up and piles up, and I just slowly got to try to get through it. So like like there's enough songs right there that would get me probably through a couple of months of just posting like every week. So it's crazy how that is. And I record new stuff, and obviously some songs sound a lot different than others because I've recorded them like 4 months apart. So it's hard right now being the only producer. So eventually, I'd like to work with other people, at some point who are skilled. I'd say, and they like my vision and my idea for the song, and they appreciate it. So that's just how it is for right now.
So, wow, like you're always on the go, right? And I also have like this question: do you like ever plan on wanting to collaborate with like certain people? And if like if you like don't mind me like asking and saying like who in particular, who you would want to collaborate with?
Ooh, that's a good question. Obviously, I like collaborating with people. I like not just them mixing my songs, but like I'd like to work with people. Right now, it's a little bit harder because I feel like I'm so small. You know, but like I'd eventually like to work with other people. I don't think it really matters who they are as long as I like them and we're like cool and stuff. You know, I'm just kind of networking here lately, making new friends and just talking with new people and stuff. Um, like a dream collaboration. Maybe like the Gorillas or one of those big bands like that. Obviously I have like a unofficial um edited together collaboration with a isolated vocal from Little Peep, but it's very unofficial and it's just like a little fun little thing I did. Um so I mean it's just crazy really. I have no idea who I'd like to collaborate with, personally at the moment. Um, it just depends really. There's a lot of artists. It just depends on like if I feel like we're cool together. If I feel like we do good together. But it's a cool thing, to be able to collaborate with people all around the world. So it's cool like that. I have no idea at the moment who, but obviously I'll probably find somebody. There's people, but it's difficult getting them to send their vocals or getting this or that. So I feel like I'm gonna go crazy at this point because I've just made so much stuff. Like I've made like 7 videos in like 5 days or something like that. So there's a lot of work that I've been doing. I've been working a lot here lately. Oh yeah, I'm always like on the go, kind of like DIY working on it. Cause I record on like headphones and stuff like that, like earbuds and microphones and stuff. So because I'm very good at mixing stuff. I mean, obviously, it's very guerrilla. It's crazy the amount of stuff I've been able to do here lately. But I'm very proud of it. It's a pretty cool experience.
I think one of my other questions is like, is it like only you doing like all the work, or is there anybody else you would like to say who was involved in helping you?
As far as like producing songs, videos and stuff, I mean, obviously that's all me. But Monica Zaraga has also been helping a lot too, as far as giving vocals and just helping out like that. She's very big in the moral support, the spiritual support. Because God, I get so tired sometimes, and it's like it just never ends, you know. And I mean, I get that's how careers are and stuff like that. But I mean, it is what it is. But she's been a very big help as far as helping me out with other stuff. I'm very thankful to have her on my team, you know, and as a girlfriend and stuff like that. It's a lot of work just by myself, kind of just working on it. Um, I mean she's helped out here and there. I've let her look for samples and stuff like that. And, just talking to her gets me through the day. So I guess that's kind of her. She's helped out a lot. As far as making videos and stuff, I mean obviously I do it myself. But she does have a channel though, and she kind of uploads little bits and pieces that I've done sometimes. Like if we have a collab song we've done together, I'll make a video and put it on her channel. Just to get all the so there's not like 1,000 videos on my channel, you know, and just kind of clustering up. But there's people like the Cynthia dude 101 who's helped a lot. He's put out a lot of my videos that I've done for him. Rim underscore lead. Brain Deanna, I think. So there's been a lot of people that have helped me out, as far as, uploading my videos that I've done and my songs and stuff like that. So I'm very thankful to have those people, and people like you know, who help and interview and ask me questions and stuff. So I'm very thankful for that.
Well, I gotta say, well, thanks for like having me interview you today, and hope you have the good rest of your day today. And yeah, I think that's gonna about wrap up all my questions for that I have for you. And I hope that in the future looking forward to like your future songs that you come up with in writing.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciated being interviewed today. Thank you so much. That means, obviously a lot to me. Sometimes I feel like it's just me working on stuff by myself and nobody's listening or paying attention. So I really appreciate that. If there's no more questions, this has been Eli Martin or Eli Martin 15 or Bluesy Diamond. If you're new and joining me today was Romaldo. So we're both saying bye. So bye. Bye bye. No more questions. Bye. Thank you. Bye.